Good evening, everyone. I hope you guys are ready. So, do me a favor. It's been a minute. What's good? So, do me a favor. I want you to share, invite, and bring in as many people as possible. So, make sure you tag your friend to just come in and be part of our conversation today. I'm really excited to be out here today. So, it's good to see you. So uh, I'm really, really excited. So, I had a technical challenge before I started. And I believe that this conversation is necessary. So I guess, but we have to find a way to make it happen. So we have to still make it happen anyhow. Share. Tell me, type out what city, what country you're joining in from. What city, what country are you guys joining in from? You can see I'm just putting on my mic now. So I'm just putting on my mic and getting ready. What city, what country? I can see we've got 40 people joining in. So, what city, what country are you guys joining in from? So, I'm ready. Type out what city, what country are you representing? What city, what town are you representing? So, type it out there. I want to see all those comments where you're coming in, and I want to see you tag and invite as many people as possible. Share. I like to say, let's make wisdom sexy. So, share and invite people. Share and invite people. So, we're gonna have a good time. So let's make wisdom sexy. Wisdom sexy. Can you hear me? Can you see me? What city? What town? What? Hey, Linda Lusaka. Good to have Lusaka in the house. Precious. Good to have you. What city? What guy? What city are you guys coming in from? It's good to have all of you guys coming in. So let's make it happen. Lusaka. Sure. Good to have you. Mazabuka in the house. Philemon Lusaka. All right, guys, I'm happy. I'm happy. So tag your friends and bring them out to this conversation. So we're gonna have an interesting conversation. So please tag it out. Bring in your friends. Um, I'm just gonna do a quick share on my end and invite in people. So we got Lusaka in the house, Mazabuka, Lewanika Mo. What are you doing at Lewanika Mo this time? Chingola. What are you doing this late? So let's make it happen, guys. Who else is in the house? Who else is in the house? Mpika in the house. Ndola Lubuto. Good to have you, man. How's Ndola? Benjamin, how's Ndola? Mpika. Paxinalicious. Man. Zimbabwe in the house. Okay, good to have all of you. Good to have all of you. So before I get started, I want you to type there, what are your expectations? What do you want to hear tonight? What do you want to hear tonight? So I'm giving you the power to decide what you want to hear, because I'm doing this topic because you guys asked me to talk about it when I posted that post the other day. You really asked a number of questions. So I'm out here to answer them. So what are you expecting tonight from this topic? What do you want to hear? You know, ni chinji chiri kumtima. You know, what is it? What is it? What's on your heart that you want me to talk about today? What do you want me to address today? Speak or forever hold your peace. And this is your only chance. This is your only chance to get a free coaching program. This is your only chance to get your free coaching program. So you got me today live out here. So what do you guys want to hear today? What do you want to hear? Terry, what's up? Where you joining in from, Terry? Good to see you, Terry. 10 miles in the house. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, pray. Send Benjamin, send that, send that rent to Lusaka. Chilavumbi represented. Bright, what's happening? Good to see you. It's been a long time, Bright. It's been a long time. I'm happy to see you today. Please tag the single people because this topic really concerns single people, married people, dating people, engaged people. So this topic is for everybody. So it's not just for a specific group. It's gonna save you a lot of issues. So I want you to just join in. So what are you expecting? I've given you the power to decide how you want this broadcast to go, and I'm gonna run with your direction. Of course, I have the content that I prepared that I want to share with you because I believe this is really, really key. With whatever we are going to do today. So tell me, what do you want us to cover today? What are you expecting today? So let's go. Let's go. What are you expecting today? What are you expecting today? I'm waiting to before I get started. Get rid what's happening. Are you tagging? Are you sharing? Please make sure you share this. And by the way, my other Facebook, my profile, personal profile, Steady Divine was, hacked. So I'm using Steady Heal. That's my new profile. So on Steady Heal, I want to see more of you guys share, so we create a buzz once again on that. The dangers of having an opposite bestie in a relationship. It may not be connected to our conversation today, but the specific subject that we are looking at today, what we are talking about today, is really what I want you guys to share today. So the topic that we have today at hand is what I want you to your expectations regarding the topic we have at hand. So that's what I want you to tell me. What are the things that you want me to cover? What are the key things that you want me to cover? That's what I really want to hear from you. What are you expecting me to cover from a conversation? Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, Bonaventure, what's happening? Good to see you. Uh, waiting for your wedding day, really? Okay. Is that what we're talking about today? Okay, okay, who's in the house? Somebody says, deal with the side note that it's not about sex or money. So it's about what then? Because this generation, especially, yeah, ladies are fashion and what's trending. So we mean, so in the end, they are offering sex. Ah, wow. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Okay, that's that. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Let's go. 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 I'm waiting to see more posts connected to our conversation today before I get started. Out of the 100 people we have live here, I've only few people have given feedback. So what's the rest of you waiting for to give me feedback? I want your feedback. Okay, let's see this one. Well, marriage comes with expectations, and personally, I would want to know what 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 a man's health expectations are in today's world, where everyone works, including wives. She would be more shed more light on the subject because today we have a lot of people known to be married, but under their roofs they are just more housemates. Come on, bring it on, Tony. We got that's really what we're talking about. That's what we're gonna be talking about. I like that, Tony. So Benjamin and Tony are the ones that have gone ahead to give me that. So we're gonna cover that. I'm gonna deal with that. Hey, what's happening, Dali Superior? Good to see you. It's always a joy. I'm always excited to see you. It's always a joy. Anybody else to bring in what they need to bring in? What's happening, Dalisa? How's it going? We need to touch base one of these days. We need to touch base. Patrick, all the way from Houston, Texas. What's happening, Patrick? How's Houston this night, this afternoon? It's afternoon on the other side. It's afternoon on the other side. All right, so I'm going to go straight in today's conversation because I believe that each one of us have expectations when it comes to relationships. So today our topic is really something that is very close to my heart. And I know because a lot of you made the request is because you want to really get to know more about what we're talking about today. So that's the topic for today. Do right by your partner before it's too late. And I'm going to start it this way. When I put up a post, is one of the reasons, and I know there's many reasons that destroy relationships, but one of the reasons that really destroys relationships is really people being lazy to do their duties, their expectations. Now let's start it this way. Whenever you get into relationships, you have to make sure uh, you have expectations of what you want. And I know people like to say expectations is what destroy relationships. I don't think so. What really destroys relationships is uncommunicated expectations. So some of you have expectations you've never communicated to your partner, and you're frustrated because they're not meeting expectations. How does your partner meet expectations you haven't communicated? But for some of you, you've consistently communicated your expectations to your partner, but they choose not to do what they're supposed to do. Because let's go straight. When you love someone and you want to build a relationship with someone, your goal is to make sure you meet their needs. A lot of you are starved in your relationships. A lot of you are in relationships where you are starved by your partners. A lot of you are in relationships where you're starved. And the post that you guys wanted me to deal with and talk about is the one I posted on the 10th of October. It says most of you are lazy to meet your partner's relationship needs because you think they're asking for too much, until one day they replace you with someone who delivers successfully, and you will watch from the stands how you were underperforming. Unfortunately, there won't be a chance again for you. Guys, stop living like a cat. You don't have 9 lives. When you have an opportunity to do right by your partner and build a healthy relationships, you got to do it. You don't need a second chance or a third chance. You need to be mature enough to know that one chance is enough from my partner for me to deliver the things I'm supposed to deliver in the relationship. Are we good? So you don't need to live your life like you've got 9 lives. You don't need to live your life like you've got 9 lives. So until your partner replaces you with someone who does the job so good, and you watch from the stands, and you will just be filled with regrets because you won't have an opportunity to play again. If you have any questions, keep typing them so that I can answer them when I'm done, because I'm not going to be here long enough. And unfortunately, some of you, not only don't you haven't you communicated your expectations, some of you are in relationships where you're afraid to communicate your needs and how your partner can serve you and meet your needs. You don't know how to tell your partner, this is what I desire, this is what I want, and this is how I want you to meet my needs. Because some of you would rather abandon yourself to look like you're in a relationship, but the relationship is not really meeting your needs. So you are in a relationship with a partner that is lazy to meet your needs and your expectations. And most of you are out here crying that they left you and they dropped you when you were not doing what you were supposed to do. Any relationship needs to set very clear expectations of what you want. And unfortunately, some of you are so confused, you don't even know what your needs look like. That's why before you get in a relationship, you need to be very self-aware. You need to know what you need. You need to know what your love language looks like so that they don't just dump anything on you. Some of you are just feasting off leftovers. And I know some of you are more interested in the side notes. We'll get to the side note later. Do right by your partner while you still have a chance. In the relationship you are in, are you delivering? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the best, 10 being the worst, where are you? I want you to type in the comments, where are you? On the scale of 1 to 10, the question is, are you delivering in your relationship? On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you doing? 1 being the best, 10 being the worst. Where are you? I'm waiting. We got time. How do you assess yourself before your partner assesses? Because your partner has already done an assessment, so they know how you're doing. That's if they're very self-aware. But if you're also dating with someone who's just mungulu everywhere, it's difficult. They can't know. Cool. 8. Pauline, why are you at 8? Mumbi 3. Charity 3. Pauline, did you just change your score? Pauline, did you just change your score? Beverly at 2. Oh, it was a mistake. I understood it wrong. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, 1 being the best, how are you? How do you rate yourself regarding delivering to your partner's expectations and your partner's needs? So 10 is the worst, 1 is the best. 5, 3. So each one of them, and I like people that are honest, because if you can assess where you are, you can decide how you want to move on from there. If you really want your partner to be happy, it's your role and your responsibility to be able to meet the expectations that your partner have. We are tired of meeting your partner's expectations out here. It is your role and your responsibility to meet the expectations of your partner. And you don't need to complain when your partner is asking for what belongs to them. They deserve it. If you don't meet their expectation, let them go and let somebody else meet their expectations. It's a discipline that you have to inculcate in your relationship. No one is going to meet your husband's expectations. No one is going to meet your wife's expectations. No one is going to meet your boo's expectation. It is your job and your responsibility. And that's why you have to understand what your partner desires. And unfortunately, some of you lie in your relationships. A lot of you that are here. Chomba is at 1. Interesting. Okay. Please tell me why everyone chomba? Some of you lie in your relationships. Some of you lie. How can your partner meet your needs when you lie? How can your partner meet your needs when you feel like you're asking for too much? Now, let's flip the question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you know your relational needs? Be very honest. On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you know your relational needs? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the best, 10 being the worst, how well do you know your own relational needs? Let's go. Harriet, what's happening? Good to see you. On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you know your needs? On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you know your needs? Because it's difficult for your partner to meet your needs if you don't even understand what your needs look like. How do you ask? How do you communicate your needs when you don't know how to put it across to your partner for them to be able to meet your needs? Tony, I've seen that's a good question. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Tony, you're asking some good questions, brother. I appreciate that. I've seen your question. I'm gonna deal with that. All the questions that you guys have put, I'm seeing all the questions. I'm gonna deal with it. So this is Tony's question. I'm just gonna put it out on the screen. So you have to understand that for your partner to meet your needs, you have to be very aware what your needs look like. Some of you, when your partner walks out with somebody else, that's when you want to wake up and do the things you're supposed to do. If you had a chance to do what you were supposed to do, if you have a chance to invest in your relationship. Now, investing in a relationship takes a lot of discipline. So you have to know this is what my partner needs, and I'm going to go an extra mile to deal with that. So most of you are lazy to meet your partner's needs because you think they're asking for too much until one day they replace you with someone who delivers successfully and you will watch from the stands how you were underperforming. Unfortunately, there won't be a chance again for you. And when God sends you a good person, an amazing person, you have to do right by them. And my side note is what a lot of you are like. It says, side note, this post is not about sex and money. I have to clarify because it's hard to speak wisdom to people who think with and through their private parts and their stomachs. And I had to make sure that I put that aside, those two things, money and sex aside, and deal with what really the actual needs are. By the way, none of those two are my key needs in a relationship: money and sex. That's how self aware you need to be. So, if you are in a relationship, you cannot complain when your partner walks out and gives another person a chance because you didn't deliver what you were supposed to deliver in the relationship. You can't take offense. You can't be offended. And in my years, I've done relationship, but not as a relationship coach. There's no way you know you've met the right one and you're failing to meet your needs and your expectations. You're just not serious, or you're just practically lazy, or you are not committed enough to do what your partner desires in the relationship. So you are a lazy partner. And when you are a lazy partner, you are a candidate for replacement. Let me repeat again. Let's do some broken English, guys. If you are a lazy partner, you are a candidate for replacement. Benjamin, I'll deal with that. The side note clarifies that, Benjamin. The side note, if you see my previous post before this live, it clarifies that, but I'll definitely come out there. Do right by your partner before it's too late. Hey, Wally, what's happening? Exactly. Yes, Joy. I'm glad you put it there. Let me put it there. Hashtag, if you're a lazy partner, you are a candidate for replacement. Wally, yes, money and sex aside. Money and sex aside. What does your partner need that you are not meeting? I'm not talking about wants. What does your partner need that you're not meeting? So their need is what they're expecting from the relationship. I'll give an example. One of the key needs of men is respect. One of the key needs of men is respect. So you can cook so good, feed him so well. If he's not respected, his need has not been met. Some of you, your partner, your wives, your girlfriends, your boo love flowers. But just because you don't love flowers doesn't mean you can't give her flowers. It's her need. Give her what she needs. Some of you, your partner is quality time. If your partner needs quality time, give them quality time. Oh, this guy, oh, she's always asking for more time. He's always asking more for more time. So who do you think is gonna give them the quality time? You said yes to them. That's why before you say yes to people, assess, ask them. People are not honest in these dating streets. People are not honest. Why say yes to a person who you know you can't meet their needs? Chisoto, what's happening? Good to see you. Why did you say yes to a person you know you can't meet their needs and their expectations? Why did you say yes? Love is not for the lazy. Love is not for the lazy. Try something else. Stay out of relationships if you're lazy because your partner comes with needs, and their needs is what communicates what they're expecting from you. Some of you, when the relationship is over, that's when you want to send flowers. That's when you say, oh, I'll spend the whole afternoon with you, I'll spend the whole day with you. It's over. Someone has filled up that gap, or the person is just sick and tired of just really expecting and waiting for their needs to be met. Now, let me land and answer the questions. In our culture as Zambians, we have been told the man expects sex, the woman expects money. Now, you see, even after you've been given money or you've been given plenty of sex, you still go out there to do what you are not supposed to do. The reason is that sex and money are not really your actual needs. The way God built you, the way God created you, at the core of your heart, you put the needs that should make you blossom and flourish and glow. But because you've grown up in such a toxic environment where sex and money are the only things that we're expecting from a relationships as a transaction that we give each other, so we've forgotten the needs. So even when we give each other sex and money, there's still no satisfaction. I always say to people, I want you to hashtag this: sex is only dessert in a relationship. It's not the main meal. Some of you will argue with me and say, hey, Coach Steady, that's not true. So you've been married to people that have given you the most amazing sex. How come you're going outside your home and outside your relationship? It's because at the core of who you are, there's a need that is not being met. But because you're not self-aware, you really don't know. You keep chasing everything you find out there. I saw a certain chick, a certain well-known married person, you know, I saw some guy make a comment and say, this woman is married, but she's always expecting money from every guy like we are married to her. And it's embarrassing for a married woman to be out there. Oh, every time you see a man in a trousers, you feel like they should sponsor you anyhow. Like what? Like how? Why am I sponsoring you first? Why? Why? But even if people meet your financial needs, you're still not satisfied. Because at the core of your heart, there's something that you want to be seen by a person that genuinely loves you. But because this generation, everything is sex and money and material things, we've lost out the actual key things that we need in our relationship. And I'm not saying sex is not good. I'm just simply saying sex is the dessert. Taking care of your partner, giving them finer things, is that you've met each other. You, like for me, man, it's much more. Exactly what? Let me put it out there. Sex is only dessert. I'm glad the topic has come at the right time. Make sure your partner watches this. But also, when this is done, go and find out what your real needs are, because that's a bigger assignment. What are your needs? What are your bigger needs in the relationship? What is it that you desire? And by the way, when a man loves you, he will provide for you. You won't have to ask for money, he will provide for you. If you're his wife, he's going to provide for you, he's going to take care of you. When he feels like a king, a king is going to take care of you. He's going to do what he's supposed to do. So money and provision is not even a conversation, because it's a man's responsibility to take care and provide for his wife and his family. So why are you chasing what is already yours? Lack of self-awareness. That's why I don't coach relationships for free, because you will not stress me. You will not go and create drama there. And some people, you see, I do these free things whenever I get some time. I do these free things whenever I get some time. But people, oh, my bundles will finish, until they're in trouble. Now they can't sleep. They'll wake me up at 02. Coach, my heart is broken. Well, you were missing all the sessions I was doing. You were too busy feeling the butterflies. Now pay for the sessions. That's when you, yeah, coach, it's too expensive. Okay, go and deal with it how you want to deal with it. Go and feel the pain. Love is expensive. Marriage is expensive. You guys go and get married and spend 200,000 on a wedding, but you didn't even prepare to be married. You didn't prepare for your wedding, for your marriage. You prepared for your wedding. You will suffer. Let me say this: get married with a premarital coaching, premarital counseling. You will suffer. I can prophesy without hearing from God. You will suffer, because the Bible says, through wisdom is a house built. You don't build a home with private parts. You build it by wisdom. So it's two Tao relational lack of intelligence, limited in your wisdom. You've gone ahead to marry another person who's limited, who lacks intellectual, they have no relational intellectualism. And you go ahead and just marry out there. 5-star wedding, but 0-star marriage. And you're surprised why we've got so many divorces? Why are you surprised? People are not prepared. They're getting married. They're not prepared. They're not ready. People are not ready. What does your partner need? Exactly. Let's put it out there. Let's put it out there, Pauline. Let's put it out there. Miss Far, Pauline. Let's put it out there, Pauline. You build a house with wisdom, not with private. You do not build a house with private parts. It's simple and straightforward. But this is the generation we live in today. That's why I tell people, anybody who comes to me for relationship coaching, guess what I tell them? When you have come here we deal in healthy relationships. So if you're looking for someone to help you stay in a toxic relationship, I am not that coach. I only have expertise to help people build blissful marriages and relationships. Go and look for your traditional counseling. They can help you stay shipikishat. And they will tell you, and you'll be out there like some of you are dead, like your spirit is dead, because you live in marriages and relationships that are just museums. But you're doing it for people. You can't be bold enough and step out. You're always doing it for people. It's not about you. You're always doing it to please people. You have abandoned what your needs are. Today, what are your needs? What are your needs? And do you know your partner's needs? And are you willing to do right by your partner? How are you in a relationship? Your partner's love language is quality time. 4 weeks, you haven't seen your partner. You haven't spent time. Oh, my job is demanding. Why did you decide to fall in love? Be intentional. Some of it's not even that you're busy, it's that you're just with the person you're not feeling anymore. So you're always creating excuses. And sometimes it's because you've not been depositing in the relationship. That's why it feels like it's a museum, because you haven't been making a lot of deposits. So you're running away from your own relationship. You are out there with other people than with your partner. So you think we're gonna be on the phone for 4 hours talking to your partner because you're out there? No, you will not give us a full-time job. You fell in love with them. It's you to service them. Okay. Any questions? Let me take the questions now. Let me go back. Let me roll back now. I saw some questions, but I hope I've answered some questions that I put out here. Welcome, everybody. If you're just joining us, Coach Steady here from the beautiful continent of Africa. I know some people are watching from different parts of the world because we have a global brand. Welcome. Good to see all of you. Okay. Any questions so far before I run? Any questions before I run? What should one do when they have communicated their expectation and needs to be met, but there is no change? Is stopping expecting anything from one's partner and live one life like unmarried in areas where the partner is unavailable okay? Of course, I don't mean anything in the brackets of the side note. I get it, Tony. Thank you. That's a beautiful question, Tony. Now, let me bring you up to speed. Now, if you are dating or you're planning to get to date, make sure you communicate beforehand what you need from a relationship. Tony, the question you've asked is the reality of most marriages today. A lot of these people in homes, they have stopped expecting anything from their partners. And that's where the disaster comes from. There's no way I am going to stay married to you and be okay for you not to give me my needs. The relationship is non-existent. I will not stay in Chipikisha Club. And that's why when you have an opportunity to meet someone, be upfront and communicate your needs. These are my needs, and these needs are non-negotiable. I'll give an example. If you're a person who loves adventure and your partner doesn't love adventure, okay, they'll say, okay, boo, I cannot do bungee jumping. I know that's what you need, but I will escort you to Livingstone and take pictures. I will not jump with you. At least they're compromising. And we're not saying it's going to be perfect. There has to be a compromise. So know what your key needs are. So if a person doesn't meet those needs, you know the relationship won't hold. So when you communicate, give them enough time to prove themselves, to show if they're consistent and committed. Give them enough time. And if they do not meet your needs after you've given them enough time to grow, because some people need growth, some people need exposure. When you've done everything for them, lose them and let them go. Guys, love is not enough. Oh, I'm in love. I feel the butterflies. Who cares? Love is not enough. I have needs. Your partner has got needs. Meet the needs. It's simple and straightforward. And I'm glad, Tony, you asked this question because this is a very key question for most relationships. Some of you have even stopped expecting anything. Now, let me break it down to you. If you've stopped expecting stuff from your partner and your relationship, you have abandoned yourself. You are dying inside. It's a sign that you need to go for therapy. You need to heal, because inside you are sick. Because when you're functioning and you're working well, there's no way you're going to lose out these things. So if you're married, you have to communicate. Again, maybe I'll do this another conversation. Maybe I'll do this on Monday. I'll try and find time and do it. I discussed part of it on ZNBC TV too. It's showing tomorrow night. But maybe I'll do a discussion to men. I want to speak to men because a lot of men are losing their manhood. A lot of you men are not the kings that God designed you to be in these relationships and marriages. You are booty worshippers. You have lost yourself. You've let a woman emasculate you so bad that you're even... how are you even afraid of the chick you're dating? Like, at your age, dude, you're afraid of your chick. Like, you're afraid of your wife. Come on, please. Give me a break. Hey, let me not divert. Maybe I'll come and talk about the emasculation of men on Monday when I get some time. Hopefully I get some time. I'm going to come back to that. So if you're married, you're in a relationship, state your non-negotiables. Let your partner know that. That's why I always encourage, go to relationship retreats, coaching program by the right people, because there's some people that teach you trash as well. So make sure you pick the right coaches to help you with your relationship. So I always tell people, this is my principle, and I feel so sad that I didn't say it at the beginning. Earn your way out. If you followed me for years, that's the most repeated statements I make. Earn your way out. You don't leave a relationship without doing what you're supposed to do. Do everything you know to do. And when it's time to leave and walk away, you have done the best you can do. And there's no blood on your shoulders. You're walking away with a free conscience. You know that I gave this relationship the best shot. And that's why I tell people, that's why I have very few relational regrets, because I always make sure I'm giving my 100. It's a principle I have. I don't lose people, people lose me. That's how that's how I deliver. If I show up, if you're mine, I'm gonna deliver. I people say, "Oh, Coach Steady, you have so much expectations about your future wife." It's because I'm willing to beat her expectations. I'm gonna over deliver. There's no need under the sun that she has that is a healthy need that I am not going to meet because I've prepared myself for that journey. I over deliver. Okay? Allow me to brag. And that's why when I walk away, I have no regrets because I always make sure I over deliver. It's my job. I over deliver. I over deliver. It's simple. The reason why I have expectations is because I'm willing to over deliver on what their expectations are. I don't come to play. I come ready. I come correct. Some of you don't come correct. That's where the problem. And you keep blaming people. No, you just didn't prepare for your partner. It's time to prepare. Tony, I hope I've answered your question. Which other question do I need to take, guys? Zambezi district. What's happening, Zambezi? We do even have to have expectations. If yes, what should be the limit? Two, is there a perfect relationship? If yes, how should it look like? That's a good question. If no, then why? Zambezi just came on fire and asked so many fire questions. And by the way, when I say your partner's needs, I always say no relationship is perfect, but a relationship must be authentic. But also, why I'm always careful to make statements like that, it's because some of you will be encouraged. You're in a toxic relationship, you're in a shallow relationship. But because I say, Coach, because you just pick the last statement, you didn't get the context of what I'm saying. Or Coach Steady Divine said there's no relation. You go to your partner, Coach Steady Divine said there's no perfect relationship. So why are you expecting? No, you're toxic. If you're toxic, you deserve to be left. There's a difference. There's a difference between being perfect and authentic. The bigger problem is most people are not authentic, and that's where most of these relationships are having challenges with. Like 90% of most relationships I see, it's people that are just getting together and they don't know what they need to do. I'll give an example. Let's talk about money. If you are dating a man, you cannot. Now, let me speak to you, ladies. If you know your husband or your partner is just starting out in a job and they make a 5,000 on a monthly basis, you can't be asking that man to take you out every weekend. How is it going to take? So your expectations and your needs are out. You didn't communicate, and that's why I say communicate. Listen, boo. Maybe I'll take you every 2 months, or maybe I'll take you once a month. Communicate your expectations. But now my guys, but you know you get a 5,000 kwacha, but you've put on a standard that is beyond, and you've created trouble for yourself because you're an insecure man. Watch my program tomorrow on TV2. You'll learn quite a lot of things. I'm covering a lot of those things. So communicate what your needs are. So why are you expecting a man who earns a 5,000 kwacha to take you to Intercontinental every weekend? There's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. Now, does it mean he's going to earn 5,000 for the rest of his life? He's going to move. He's going to grow. And that's why I'm saying don't focus on the money and the sex. Focus on the things. Spend time looking at, does this man have great potential to grow? Because it's also a problem if you've been earning 5,000 for the last 10 years. There's something wrong. We need to fix you. There's something wrong. There's no way 10 years you're still earning 5,000 kwacha. The cost of living keeps going high. Now, there's a lot of things I want to cover, but I don't have time. I wish I could go deeper, guys. There's so much I want to cover. Hey, what's up, Tony? Tommy, good to see you. Sharon, what's up? Good to see you. Which other questions? I'm coming after your question. I think I defined that, Benjamin. I think I covered that. Exactly. If you are lazy as a partner, you are a candidate for replacement. Yes, Robert. What's up, Robert? Good to see you. What's up? Growth. I like what Emmanuel said. Those are really key expectations. And those are the things that most today's relationships don't have: respect, humble, which is practically humility, loyalty, and honesty. Those are key things. But everybody's out there talking about the things that are not even necessary. Pastor Kundizi, what's happening? Good to see you. Love languages. You got to know a partner's love language. Okay, okay. Challenges most men think once finance is cutted, everything will fall in place, and ego getting in the way. Exactly. Exactly. That's where the bigger challenge with some of you men. And this is why, again, I posted a post, I think it was 2 months ago, a month ago. And I said, you see, this is why you notice most of these Zambian influencers, every time they're posting the car, they're posting their clothes, they're posting stuff. Guess what? It's because they don't have anything else but money. If all you have is money, you're not rich. If all you have is money, you are not rich. You gotta have something deeper than money. And I'm not saying money is not good. You gotta deliver on so many spaces and so many fronts. So a lot of you guys keep throwing all these things to these women, but you're not. And this is a genuine concern that the women are saying. You think you've delivered, you've given money. They're asking for more from you as a man. So thank you so much, Dad. That's a valid point. So I'm just taking in questions. The topic has come at the right time. Relationships now are ending due to either over expecting or even exactly over expecting. And I've covered that. There are some people that would rather do something for someone even without being reminded or being told. And once they are told, they get disturbed. Yes, 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 yes. Beatrice Sonda says emotional support with respect on top is the best gift you can ever receive from a guy nowadays. Listen, boo, you just said it so right. Bitches, you just said it so right. But what breaks my heart is that most of these guys, bitches, are not even self-aware. They don't know how to meet you at the depth of your need. Because all most men do is hang out with the boys. Hey, what's up, man? This is how you treat a woman. You're just talking to like a bunch of dull guys are just hanging out and discussing relationships that don't even qualify to discuss. No, this is how you treat a woman, like you've dated every other woman. So if you treated easy women, there are women that set the bar high here. Now there's a beautiful song. I wish I could play it, but Facebook likes to block songs. There's a song. There's a song that says, "Look for a song," by I think it's Sam. It's called "Give Me You." It says, "Don't bring me roses, don't bring me flowers, don't bring me chocolates, don't bring me material things. Just give me you. Bring me the truth. Don't bring me diamond rings. Just bring me the truth." Some of us, that's what we ask for. Don't bring me roses. Don't bring me a Lamborghini. I love toys. Don't bring me expensive gadgets. I love expensive gadgets. Just bring me the truth. And that doesn't mean you can't add gifts to that. You cannot remove the truth and then put a gift on top. This is why you notice in most of these marriages, when the guy has messed up so much, he's going to buy you a car or take you for a holiday, and he's not even saying sorry. He's not even shown that he's sorry. Say, hey, listen, I'm not a cheap woman. You can't just bring me and you think everything is sorted. No, I'm not a cheap woman. You gotta show you are committed. That's if I'm giving you a chance. Okay, time is flying. So many questions, you guys. Thank you. If you keep giving me questions and keep supporting the way you do, because I do this thing for free, I'm gonna show up more often. Yeah, Jacqueline, you're right. There's so much confusion, competition of who is the best or the partner. That's true. That's true. It's okay, coach. Now, on soccer, Tony, you ask good questions. I'm good. I'm good. Any other questions? Got so many questions, guys. But it's been a long time. Yes. Yes. I'm glad this is helping you guys. I'm glad it's helping you out. I'm happy to hear that. Yes. Yes. Yes, Gladys. Love is not for lazy people. Just try something else. And the problem with most of you is that you're the ones that don't even set expectations. Anybody can just, how do you want me to love you? You're the problem. We need to deliver you. We don't even need to lay hands on you. We need to lay leg on you. Like lay leg on you because you're a problem. Or anything is okay with me. But inside you keep complaining. You're going to tell people, oh, my battery is going low. Where are we going to do now? Okay. We got it. Okay, how do we do this? Okay, how do we go about this? We gotta redeem this. Okay. Okay, we got this sorted. We're back. We're back in the Champions League. Oh, Maxwell, what can you do to prevent your relationship from breaking? Hey. That's an interesting question. Just do the best you can. You can't guarantee it won't break because you can. It's the same thing I always say. A lot of times people say, oh, but why do people go through divorces? Is marriage is mutual, relationships are mutual. Just make sure that when it breaks, you're on the right side of the breaking. Hey, I've never said that before. I like it. Just make sure when the relationship or the marriage breaks, you're on the right side of the breaking. I like that. I've never said it before, but I like it. Just make sure when it breaks, you're on the right side of the breaking. What do I mean? You're on the right side of the breaking. Make sure you've given your best shots to your partner. Never be found wanting. Make sure you've over-delivered. You have given the best to your relationship. Even if it hurts, even if it shakes you, even if it breaks you, make sure you're on the right side of breaking, that the blood is not on your shoulders. You can't guarantee your partner cannot walk away. You can't guarantee. But I don't see anybody that has been loved correct and right still walk away from a relationship. I don't see that from happening. Unless, and by the way, there are some people that no matter what you do for them, they will always feel the pride and the ego. No matter, you can do right by people and they'll still choose to do you dirty, and let them go. You don't lose. I tell people, I don't lose people. People lose me. So make sure you do that. So today or tomorrow, when you meet your boo, just show up with a diary and say, boo, I got needs. I have been a freedom fighter in this relationship, but today I want to tell you I got needs. And some of you that are single, you've had this wisdom the right time. So if you're in a relationship, you're in a marriage, just show up. Say, hey boo, can we talk? I got needs. And I feel these things are key for me. We need to address them. How do we navigate through these things? But it's always better to discuss at the beginning of a relationship. Always key. Always key. I always believe love is not enough, and marriage isn't all about love. It's beyond that. Thank you, coach. You're the best. Thank you, Tony. You blessed my heart today. I appreciate that. Thank you. I love this giving my best show. You gotta bring out your best, bring out the best, bring out your best. Some of you, your relationships are breaking apart, and the wisdom you're looking for is in a 5 minutes video. But you know what? You're too busy. I always have said these things. I see relationships that struggle. All you just need is to learn. Some of it's not that you can't meet your partner's needs, it's because you have not allowed yourself. If you love your partner, you will go. There's Mama Mwewa there. She knows how to cook Zumba na Lumanda. She's got a restaurant. She teaches people. She believes if your husband wants proper done meals, go an extra mile, learn. Oh, he's asking for too much. I'm a busy woman. I'm a career woman. How? Yes, Pauline, over deliver. That's key. Over deliver. Learn. I want my king to eat right. If your wife wants quality time, yes, I have a busy job, but my boss has got to know that I have a family. I have a wife. And this job is not going to get in the way of my marriage and my home and taking care of my wife. My wife loves to cuddle. She wants quality time. I'm going to give my wife quality time. Because let me tell you something. On the last days of your life, when you're on your deathbed, you will not say, oh, give me a certificate of my job title. You won't say, oh, bring me the best, furniture in my office and put it around me. You will say, oh, bring me my kids, bring me my wife. On the last days of your deathbed. So if your partner will matter when the West gets to the West, shouldn't they matter now? Shouldn't you show them now? Should they just wait until your deathbed to see the best? And for them, no ways. So there's no excuse. Every one of us is busy. I'm glad I answered the question, brother. I am happy I did. Exactly. Tell me you're right. You are right. Benjamin, yes, simple and straightforward. One of my expectations was my lady to make time for me without me communicating, but for her just to say that, babes, I want to see you, or I will be visiting today or tomorrow. I'm glad. And this is one thing I just get surprised. Like I hear stuff people go through in relationships and I'm shocked. Like you have to beg for a phone call. Beatrice, what's happening? Good to see you. I need to send you a request. That's Beatrice. How's Ghana today? It's good to have Beatrice from Ghana. I need to send you a friend request from my other page, Steady Heal, my personal profile, because the other account was hacked. Sylvia, I am glad this has helped you out. I am glad. Part of the problem in relationship is that we generalize or compare at the expense of knowing who we are with. Exactly. The worst is we don't even really understand ourselves, and that's what makes it so difficult. Exactly. Most of you are the problem because you really don't know you don't even understand yourself. You're just confused about yourself and you want someone to figure you out. How am I going to figure you out, boo? Listen, go and do your work, go to therapy before you fall in love with anybody else. I want you to type it there. Before you fall in love with anybody else, fall in love with you. Before you fall in love with somebody else, fall in love with you and work on you. Type that. Before you fall in love with someone else, fall in love with you and work on you. That's key. Type that. I want to see that. Because that's where all these things start from. Thank you, Jacqueline. I'm glad I'm definitely sticking to this page. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's take it. Because me, I am not part of Vamala Vexe, you can die. No, I'm not dying. I'm thriving in love. I am thriving in a healthy marriage, in a happy. I don't care the trash we see on social media. I want a good home, a good family. Better grown old single than married wrong. Listen to me. Better grown old single than married wrong. But at the same time, you must not grow old single out of stupidity. It must be out of principle. You've heard me say those two statements. Better grown old single than married wrong. And at the same time, don't grow old out of stupidity. It must be out of principle. There's a difference. Because some people are single out of principle. Some people are single because they're just simply stupid and dumb. Ouch. I felt that. Which is the right side of the breaking? Hey Moses, I did break it down. I did say that. I think I did say that. The problem here is I'm learning and he's not. When I try to communicate this knowledge, I will sound like nagging. Zelis, the struggle is real out there. That's why man, I've given you too much gems in this broadcast. This one broadcast is just like fire. Always marry your equal. Always date your equal. Because the problem you have is because you're dealing with someone who's not your equal. And every time you're in a relationship with someone who's not your equal, they will always feel a certain way. I'll leave it out there. I won't go deeper on that. Can you put some fire emojis out there? Can you put some fire emojis? I hear you. You joined late, you missed out. Go out there and listen to the whole thing. Listen to the whole thing. Don't listen to just one. Marcelo, yes, before you fall in love with somebody else, fall in love with you. Don't let someone take you through Shipikisha Club. Life is too short to let somebody make you run in a walking distance. Always make sure that. Before I fall in love with someone, needs to fall in love with me. Not only just fall in love with you, Veronica, but also do the work. Work on yourself. Make sure you work on it. And that's why I have three program. It's called Before You Do for single people, before you fall in love, before you start to date. And then we've got before I Do for engaged couples and married people. If you're married, you didn't go through premarital coaching, make sure you enroll for that program. If you're single, says I just want to prepare myself to spot the right person, do my healing, work on my trauma, make sure you do that, because we have that. And then I have the divorce recovery for people that have gone through divorce and they want to heal so they can prepare for themselves and glow again for a healthy marriage or a healthy relationship. We have those three key programs. Make sure you register. It's not for free, because that's like 8 sessions. I take you through all the 8 sessions. I coach you through all those things. And I will invest everything I have to learn relationships. So it's not a free program. I always love to emphasize that. Add a voice on partners taking positive advantage of their partner's strength in areas they are weak to encourage them, and like making them feel used and appreciated. And that's very true. That's very true. You always have to make sure you have a partner. Guys, man, I've been here for too long, guys. I just feel like I don't. I'm like I wish I could go. I wish I could go. Like you guys have done a great job. Thank you for asking the most brilliant questions today. I've been here for 1 hour. My goal is to be here for 30 minutes, and I've been here for almost 1 hour 10 minutes. Tony is just bringing all these things. He's just pulling everything out of me, and I feel like I just want to give it out, I just want to like take it out there, take it out there. Yeah. Pastor Collins, what's happening? Good to see you, sir. It's always a joy to see you. How's it going? Good to see you out here. I also need to send you a friend request because you're my regulars on my personal profile. I like to see, I have my page. I love it, but I also like to see my people on my personal profile. So I'm going to send you a friend request. So if you see a friend request from Steady Hill, no, it's me. It's because they hacked my other account and Facebook is not helpful. I see the fire emojis. So if you're just joining in, make sure you watch everything. It'll save you a lot of trouble. So I told you your assignment is sit with your boo and say, boo, you can't love me how you want to love me. I got needs. But also make sure you're over delivering. Don't just ask and you don't deliver. Don't just ask. What do you mean when you say marry or equal? Do you mean financially or emotionally? So Tommy, I'll make some time and do a broadcast on that because I think we need to break down that. So I'll make sure we do that. Tony came ready with questions today. Okay, Miranda, what's happening? Good to see you guys. It's been amazing. I hope and pray you've gotten what you're supposed to do to get from today's conversation. And thank you for staying. Thank you. Keep sharing, keep tagging your friends, bring in as many people as possible. Let's make wisdom sexy. My goal is to see more healthy relationships. That's my goal. I don't believe in Shipikisha Club. It's I don't have strength. If you come to me with your partner for coaching, just know that when we're going to see coach, he believes in healthy love. So we are going to heal, and healing takes a lot of work. It's painful, but it's worth everything you will put in. So make sure you do your best to become a better person and invest in your relationship, grow, work on yourself. It's worth fighting for. Um, that's a good question. I'm going to close with this. Any book recommendation about relationship, the five love languages, Gary Chapman, because it's connected to what we're talking about today. So go out, look out for Gary Chapman, the five love languages. Buy that book, read it with your partner. Guys, love is work. Love is work. Do people play? You see, and when I see relationships and marriages break, I'm not shocked because people are not doing the work. You need to have weekly board meetings with your partner, with your wife. How are you experiencing me? How are you experiencing the marriage? When we go to a bank or we go to an organization, there's always a survey. They ask, how did we serve you? Did the customer service meet the expectations, or you buy stuff? Was the transaction great? Because they need to know how to serve you. But those are the things we need to implement in our relationships. But nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that. Which topic is that? I'm gonna try and look at it. My coach since 2009, Clifford. What's up? What's up, my man? Cliff, 2009. You've been riding with me for a long time. I appreciate you. Thank you. And it takes a lot for me to stay your coach for that long because I fire very tough missiles, So we're gonna look at it. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon. Have an amazing. By the way, we're going to Dubai. We're going to talk about personal branding. So make sure you join us. We're going to Dubai next month. So we're going to talk personal branding, relationship branding, career branding, business branding, spiritual branding. If you can invest everything, you have to go with us to Dubai next month for the iBrand Bootcamp. This is our 11th year we've been doing personal branding. And whatever I was talking about is just a component of personal branding. So come with us to Dubai. Send me a message. It's going to cost you some money. Dubai is not cheap, but it's worth the investment. If you've got some money you've been putting Cupido or women, in the bra, just get it out. Let's go to Dubai. We're going to have 6-7 days in Dubai. We're going to just cover quite a lot of things. relationship, personal, career, spiritual, everything. You gotta come to Dubai. It's not too late. Next month, November. Make sure you send me a message. Send me a WhatsApp message, and we'll send you the details on how you can come with us to Dubai. It's been amazing, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. God bless you. Talk to you soon.